Hello everyone, and thank you for coming to my channel today. I pray that all is well with everyone. Today I want to be going over a subject about the importance of using proper names and name meanings. I know many of you have probably heard of some of these names that I'm going to be going over today. And be going over 4 men, and they're found in the book of Daniel. And this is at the time of their captivity in Babylon. They were given different names, but every name, just as a brief history, every name that were given throughout history has a meaning, and there's a reason behind it. We're forenamed by our Heavenly Father Yahweh for a reason, and there's also gifts associated with those names. There's so much meaning and purpose behind the name. So just as a brief overview about names. Now we first learn about these 4 men, and one of them keeps their name, and we're all familiar with him. It's in the book of Daniel, and we first find these 4 young men, or men, in Daniel chapter 6. It says, "Now among them were the sons of Yehuda, Daniel, Hananyah, Mishael, and Azaryah. And the chief of the eunuchs gave them names, for he called Daniel Belteshazzar, and Hananiah Shadrak, and Mishael Meyshak, and Azaryah Abednego." So we see that in their captivity they're given new names that are not their names given by our Heavenly Father. And so Daniel, kind of, a lot of people will still call him Daniel, but everyone else, I don't know why. And this is a lot of people that are teaching and preaching, and even here on YouTube, they still use these 3 names: Shadrak, Meyshak, and Abednego. That's not their names. Their true names are Hananyah, Mishael, and Azaryah. I pray that after listening to this video that you will reflect on it and pray to our Father to get wisdom and to know what you should do, because these are play on blasphemies by using these other names that are not their names. First off, Hananyah, the given name, means the Lord shows grace, or Yah shows grace. Mishael means one who is like God, or who is like God, or who is like our mighty one. Azaryah means the Lord helps, or Yah helps. Those are their given names. Their new names, Hananyah is given the name Shadrak, which means command of Aku. Aku is the Babylonian moon god. Mishael is given the name Meyshak, which the new name Meyshak means who is like Aku. And again, here we have Aku, the Babylonian moon god. Abednego is given the new name, Azaryah is given the new name Abednego, which means servant of Nebo. Sorry, I'm not familiar with that name too well, or how to pronounce it. And that is one of the Babylonian gods' sons. This is the son of the Babylonian chief god, which is Marduk. So this is the son of Marduk. Daniel, his name means God is my judge. His new name given is Belteshazzar, which means may Marduk protect his life, and Marduk is the chief of the Babylonian gods. So, as you can see, just by knowing their name meanings and how they were changed, they are play on blasphemies of the names given to them. And when we use the names Shadrak, Meyshak, and Abednego, we are giving honor and respect to false gods and taking away from the reverence, respect, and honor and glory given to our Heavenly Father Yahweh. we should continue to use their names. I don't know why even translators later in chapters still kept their names as these false gods' blasphemies. So I just pray that everyone would start using these names. And again, their true names are Hananyah, which means Yah shows grace, Mishael, which means who is like God, and Azaryah, which means Yah helps. And then again, Daniel, who kept his name throughout most of it, meant God is my judge. So I just pray for wisdom, and I pray for all those teaching and preaching that you would have open hearts to using their real names and stop using these blasphemous names that just take away from our Heavenly Father's glory. They do. And it just says, if you read in the beginning, that it says, young men in whom there was no blemish, but good looking, having insight and all wisdom, having knowledge and understanding, knowledge capable to stand in the sovereign's palace and teach them the writing and speech of the Kazites. It also says further on in verse 17, as for these 4 young men, Elohim gave them knowledge and skills in all learning and wisdom. And Daniel had understanding in all visions and dreams. So he blessed them with certain gifts, and he so named them for their gifts also. So please just try to use their names: Hananyah, Mishael, and Azaryah, and Daniel. They stood against Babylon, and they held fast to their teachings and their commands and their names. Sure, they may have been captive, but they never stopped serving Yahweh. And we learn about them, and it's very powerful what they did throughout the book of Daniel. And a lot of people use them as an example when they stood through the fires, but please use their real names: Hananyah, Mishael, and Azaryah. So I just thank you all for watching us, and I pray for protection upon you all and strength and wisdom. And thank you again for coming to my channel, and have a blessed day. Thank you.